So it's springtime and kids' footy season is over, and we magically have loads of time again to get to all those jobs around the house that we've been looking at through the winter time. I'm Niall from Sunpath Architects. This is my own home, and one of the less glamorous parts of owning a passive house, you've got a bit more maintenance to do. We've a ventilation system that's running 24/7. Just going to change the filters in our Zehnder Q350. Just grab the tabs and remove them. Okay, so I've just placed them here on the shelf so we can see clearly the contrast between before and after. It's full of dust, it's full of pollen, it's full of all these pollutants from traffic, diesel particulate. You got all that kind of soot from people's fires. And it's really quite reassuring to think that our family hasn't actually been exposed to all those environmental pollutants. We get this fresh, filtered, conditioned air throughout every room of the house all year round. And you can see it's really actually doing what it's supposed to do. So yeah, it's reducing that inflammation that people get from sort of chronic allergies. One of the other things we have to do after we change the filters in our ventilation system is we look around for these extract units here. So we have them in the laundry, the bathrooms, and in the kitchen. What happens is, you pull this down and you'll see inside it there's a little geotextile sock like that. And what's that doing is it's actually taking the courses of pollutants. Okay, so I've removed these filters from some of the rooms. You'll have a whole lot less dust in a passive house than you would in a normal building, but everything that's coming off fabrics, when you leave the doors and windows open, you're letting in pollen and dust and construction dust, road pollutants, all that kind of stuff. But then you also drop skin, hair cells, everything like that. So these come out, it can be pretty disgusting. Now, a lot of what you see there is actually the fabric, the geotextile fabric itself, but it's catching an awful lot of nastiness that would otherwise be distributed and floating in the air in your house. Just to contrast the worst of those with what a new filter looks like, and it's pretty drastic. Okay, so we've taken out the worst of that dust and we'll stick them in the washing machine and run them through a drying cycle, and we can use those again. So even though it's a bit of an unpleasant task, it's actually to be doing this knowing that your family and people you share your home with won't actually be breathing all these dust particles all year round as well. So there you go.